What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lambo, and we are back with another video, guys. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to go over. We have a lot to go over. We are not only going to take a little deeper look and a more closer look at some of the pieces that are going to be dropping with this new Yeezy launch, but we are also going to be talking about some of the potential hidden imagery that's in some of this stuff, or maybe just the theme. I don't know. We're going to talk all about it, guys, so don't go anywhere. Make sure you've slapped the like button and punch the subscribe button. Give it some violence, because we're going to need some calm, rational reasoning when we get into the second half of this video. So get all your aggression out on those little like buttons, subscribe buttons down there. And if you got any questions or comments, or queries or quibbles or anything like that, guys, about anything, it could be about this stuff, about any Yeezy Gap piece or anything in general, drop it down below. If you don't got any questions, just drop a Lambo gang down below, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, guys, we are going to take a look at this stuff in a little more detail, but before we do that, I'm going to let you guys know what I actually purchased from this new drop. A lot of you are asking me, what did you buy? What did you buy? So I'm actually going to put it up on the screen right now and show you guys what I got. So as you can see, I got the the wide leg sweatpants, I guess they're called, or just the regular sweatpants. They're the wide leg ones. And I got the white hoodie with the writing, the white shirt with the Yeezy writing on it right there. So I got those three things in the white. Then I got the black on black shorts, which we're going to talk about these shorts a little bit more because we've learned some more information about them. The black on black shorts. I got the gray cuffed joggers with the black writing, the black on black raincoat, and then I got the all black, no, just blank black windbreaker. So I got these 7 items to start with, just to see how they are. We're going to take a look at these once they come in, the try-ons, the fits, the feels, all that good stuff. And if all these things fit good, we'll potentially go back for some other pieces depending on which ones we like and all that good stuff. So make sure you stick around and drop down below what you guys got. Which ones did you go for? Which pieces did you get? I know a lot of you in my last video were letting me know what you got, and I'm very interested to know what you guys went for, what pieces were catching your eye right off the bat. And yeah, so drop that down below. All right, guys, so before we talk about the controversy and the potential hidden imagery and all this stuff in his new clothes, we're going to talk real quickly about Gosha, which is the Russian designer that he's actually been working with for the past year or two, making all this new stuff. So if you guys don't know, he is a Russian designer, and he's been under scrutiny, and he's had some controversies in the past. He's actually tried to get some underage boys to send him nudes or to send him some sort of, nude pictures or videos or whatever. And I'll actually put some text messages up here on the screen showing you, he is kind of a creep, and he actually was trying to get this boy to go in the bathroom and send him some pictures. The boy was like, I can't, and he's like, I can't wait till tomorrow. And so basically he's just a creep. Now, the age of consent, and now this boy was apparently 16 years old, and the age of consent in Russia is 16, but if you possess naked images of a 16-year-old, even if the age of consent 16, if it's under 18 worldwide, that's child porn. That's against the law worldwide. So he was committing a crime, okay, either way. So it's very creepy. And then there was other people that said he did it too. He was trying to get nudes of them. He's always denied it. I mean, there's literally screenshots of the messages. And if you go to his page, or any of the models that model this Yeezy stuff, they're all really, really young looking dudes, right? They almost look like young boys, like they're in high school or something. So the guy clearly has a fondness for young boys. So if you don't know, do some research, go look him up. You can look at the accusations, you can find the screenshots, you can see all about it. But clearly there's something going on there. All right, so let's just get the elephant in the room out right now. Gosha is kind of a creep. All right, we'll just say that. But it doesn't take away from his designs and his style and his fashion eye and stuff like that. That doesn't matter. But it's kind of creepy. All right, so now we got that out of the way. we're going to talk real quickly about this new stuff. So we've gotten some new looks at this stuff. And as you can see, The shorts are actually windbreaker material, okay? And again, modeled by these very young-looking boys, or I should say old-looking boys, young-looking men. I don't know. Either way, they're like in their teens, I think. Regardless, you can see the windbreaker material, the shorts. You can see this shirt with the Yeezy print on the front, the NEM, or it says NEM, it looks like, or whatever, but it's Yeezy. It's actually not that boxy and that cropped like it was when Yeezy was wearing. This looks more like a standard fitting shirt, okay? So, and you see some of this other stuff. So, and one piece they haven't shown yet is the raincoat. That's one that we're all kind of really looking forward to see what it looks like in the front, how it opens, how it closes. So if you hear me, go ahead and show us a picture of that raincoat, even if a young boy's wearing it. As long as he doesn't open up the front, we'll be good. Just make sure we see a picture of that raincoat at some point. But yeah, we've got a quick look at those things, and now we know the shorts are definitely windbreaker material. Okay, so if you order the shorts, expect like a soccer type windbreaker short. All right, now let's move on to the actual images that we see on this new stuff. So guys, if you see these new images, they are definitely very similar to some old Nazi symbols or imagery. And this eagle crest looks kind of similar to this new eagle thing he has here. And then this Yeezy logo looks awfully similar to this it's called the Wolf Angels logo, and it's also a Nazi symbol or adopted by the Nazis. Now, that's kind of what I'm going to talk about here in a second. So, as you can see, both of these symbols, they do kind of, look like some sort of Nazi imagery. And in fact, the font that he's using on this new stuff is basically straight up early German font. If you look back at early German newspapers, they use this exact same font. In fact, I'm going to show you a picture right now, but it's basically the exact same font that he uses. So even though it's Russian words, this new writing is clearly pulled straight from early German newspapers and stuff like that. And with the writing being Herald Tribune, or the Tribune Herald, meaning like the messenger of the times or the messenger of the news or the bringer of the news or whatever. Interesting. Bringer of the news with old German lettering with a bunch of potentially Nazi affiliated logos. It's questionable. All right. It's definitely questionable. Now, I'm not going to say these logos look exactly like them, because in fact, there's actually a school in Georgia that came under scrutiny for using a logo that looks similar to the Nazi eagle logo. I'm showing you that right now. And they actually came under scrutiny. And as you can see, it's not the same at all. It's similar, but it was similar enough to catch some flack, and they actually got in trouble. So this stuff here does look very similar. And one thing I'll say, and what the Nazis did, they used symbols from the past and turned them into their symbols. So if you know about anything about the swastika, it was used, or it still is used in many religions, as like a symbol of peace and happiness and good luck and stuff like that. So the Nazis actually took that and used it for the Nazi Party's logo. And they did that with the Wolf Angel logo as well. It was used prior. So the Nazis were, so they're to blame for some of the terrible affiliation that these logos have. These logos weren't inherently bad in their inception. They were created. The Nazis years later used them, and then it, turned them bad. So the fact that Kanye is using this stuff is definitely very, very questionable. And not to mention, if you've ever seen his appearance on Alex Jones, when he basically says that, he even saw good qualities in Hitler. And before we get into the whole, breakdown of it, basically the overall arching point he was trying to make was even bad, terrible people have good qualities in them. And while I think that may be true, I don't think saying publicly that you see good qualities in Hitler is probably a very good thing, especially if now you're releasing merch that has old German font has potentially German Nazi affiliated logos. And not to mention that black blank raincoat looks like a straight up SS jacket. I mean, am I wrong? But either way, it's not the best thing. Now, there's a lot of things. Now, Art the Clown. We take Art the Clown, for example. One of my favorite people ever. Art the Clown. If you've never seen Terrifier, it's great. Or Terrifier 2 or 3. I love the series. But anyways, Art the Clown. He's a heinous, terrible, vile, disturbing, brutal, awful bastard. Terrible, evil person. But he does have a few good qualities. I'll say he is very creative, if you know what I mean. And he's also funny. He does have a sense of humor. So even though terrible people exist, you can find and pluck out and dig and look and search for good qualities about them, right? It doesn't change the fact that overall they're evil and they're terrible, but they may have a good quality. Maybe not. Again, I don't know these people, but maybe some people just have absolutely zero good qualities about them. It probably is true, right? But there's definitely a better way to say that than say, oh yeah, I even see good things about Hitler. And he even said especially about Hitler, which that's definitely, you don't want to say especially about Hitler because there's nothing especially good about Hitler at all.
I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Also, guys, I wanted to mention real quick that the Vultures logo, if you didn't know, was actually pulled straight from pretty much the German coat of arms. And I'm showing that on the screen right now. You know, you just add an extra head and you have the Vultures logo. And this was used by the German army. Again, the Nazis used this as the coat of arms, and it's changed over the years, and it's been used in different forms and different aspects of the German government. But again, this was Nazi symbolism, again, used in some of his, other clothes that he dropped earlier this year. So this is a common theme. This is not just out of the blue. So very interesting, and it's undeniable. After everything we've just seen, it's absolutely undeniable to say that he didn't at least pull some inspiration from old Germany. I mean, it's just undeniable at this point. Let's bring this all back. So to answer the question, do I think Kanye is pushing neo-Nazi propaganda and neo-Nazi imagery and Nazi, agenda on us? No. What I will say is I think he did draw inspiration from these things. And I think that, like I mentioned, people use images from the past and turn them into power images. Now, I'm not saying he's doing that because he's obviously not taking a swastika and putting it on his stuff and saying, this means this, He's probably inspired by some of those images, sees them, knows what the original meaning meant, potentially, and is now using them. But do I think it's a good idea? No. So while I don't think he's pushing neo-Nazi, Nazi, white supremacist agenda through this stuff, or do I think he's trying to mean that? I don't think that, but I also don't think it's the best look, okay? And he's going to get a pass because he's Kanye, and we're going to give him a pass. Because the fact of the matter is, if we like somebody and we support somebody, we're going to go to some of the greatest lengths to defend some of the stuff that they do. When if someone else that we didn't like as much did it, we wouldn't be giving them that same pass. Okay, so just think about that. I know we like Kanye, and I know that this, some of this new stuff, like the blank stuff, cool, it looks legit. But some of this new images, I don't know. I'm interested to know what you guys think, and you guys know my opinion. I don't think he's pushing a neo-Nazi agenda, but with his questionable statements and his White Lives Matter shirt and all this other stuff he's done in the past, it is very questionable that this stuff definitely correlates and kind of is pulled and drawn from early German propaganda and imagery. So it's interesting. I'm interested to know what you guys think down below. So drop your comments down below, guys. We're still going to buy the stuff and look at it. We're still going to get to the bottom of it. And, you know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. And, you know, and I didn't even mention, but the Yeezy, the Z in Yeezy was always stylized like that, even with Adidas. So that Nazi symbol has always been there, right in front of our faces. We just never seen it until now. When kind of all this stuff, this German writing, kind of all this stuff is kind of looking a little bit more, kind of connecting the dots a little more. So, but yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think down below. All right, so drop your comments down below. We're going to look at all this stuff when it comes in, give our honest review. But as of right now, it's definitely kind of interesting that some of this stuff is very similar and does look like it could be pulled from, inspired by, based on early German Nazi propaganda. So very, very interesting, guys. So sound off down below in the comments. I really want to hear what you have to say. Make sure you like the video on the way out the door. And I'm going to catch all you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Deuces!
Bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' snap, yeah, bitch, I'm gon' slap, yeah, boys, they wanna be